Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. We are here, Foxhills, the home of golf life, the back nine of the long grass.
Go on the longie.
I can't wait for today's guest because he's an absolute massive, big, hard legend.
Double hard, double legend.
Who is he?
You tell me.
Here he is. It's only Jason Foxy. Fox, what a legend. How you doing?
Buzzing
good,
for this
thanks. I'm looking forward to it. I'm intimidated, if I'm
Why?
honest.
Why are you intimidated?
I'm new to this game,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't know. I'm exposing myself. I've exposed myself a few times in the past, but this one I feel more exposed.
This one you're the most worried about.
And to add to
yeah,
the pressure,
yeah.
you've got the nicest clubs, haven't you? Brand spankers.
They're brand new. Apparently they're awesome. I wouldn't know. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I've got, some of the
socks
bats.
on?
Some of the bats have got hats on. Mate, honestly, it's mental.
Right,
I've got to work it out.
So don't be worried because we are working together today. So we're
Yeah.
going to play best balls. So we'll take a shot, we'll pick the best one, we'll take the shot again.
Okay.
So Aaron Ramsdale, a few weeks back,
Yeah.
we finished 1 under.
Joey Cole, level at the Shire.
Level at the Shire.
So are we going to beat it?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good old go.
Should we
aren't
find out?
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
let's go.
Let's go.
Golf life!
Well, I'm going to kick off proceedings. I've gone for a 7-9.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck,
Good
good
luck.
luck.
Fox dog.
We're doing it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
In the comment section, they
Yeah.
always say we do too many fist bumps.
We
but
get
we're gonna
slaughtered,
keep
we
doing
get
it.
slaughtered for fist
Oh,
bumps.
right.
So we're going to keep doing more fist bumps.
If you carry on, we're going to get Foxy on you.
Mate, it's
yeah?
COVID friendly.
Foxy
The old
fist bump, they
fist
call
bump,
it.
Exactly, exactly.
It brought the bump back. If it ever had gone away.
COVID brought the bump
I'm
back.
going. I'm going to go 7-9.
Brought a few other things back. Actually, it created something.
Oh, duffed it.
Nutsville, Tennessee.
He'll play, but I've duffed it.
Oh.
Did you tee? Did you go off the
No,
deck?
I don't use tees with irons. I just pump, but I think you give them a go. Most people do. I'm a bit weird like that.
This is an experiment. So,
Come on, mate.
oh, look at that. Might get into trouble for that.
No,
No? That's actually good.
that's what I was meant to do, but
Yeah.
I topped it.
Come on.
Whew, bit of footwork there.
Perfect. Get in.
Yes!
There we go. That's a shot.
I don't know how that happened.
I'll take it.
Come
I'm buzzing.
on. We are safe with Jason's ball. So I'm just going to try and absolutely shear one.
Yeah, murder it.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a laser.
that's awesome.
That's a laser.
How'd you do it with that thing?
That is the best shot you've ever written on this hole.
Is it?
Yeah, that's great.
Come on, boys. We're off to a flyer.
Foxy, thanks again for coming on, mate.
Right,
really,
right.
really appreciate it. I'm buzzing for this. Great shot as well.
It was all right. Yeah, it was straight.
Straight, mate.
Talking
which
of
is-
golf, how long have you been playing for and who got you into it?
I've always had a little dabble here and there, just because of the social side.
Yeah.
So it's been an ongoing thing for a while, but I've never ever got into it until lockdown.
Right.
There's a mate of mine called Liam. He said, "Come on, clubs opened up. Let's go for a whack around."
Yeah.
Went around, really enjoyed it, and then he managed to get hold of, helped me out get hold of these.
Love it.
And so now I've got the
full
I've got the
colourway bag.
inkling. Yeah. Basically, look like a right knob.
I know, you did a good shot.
What's the score with swearing? We're all good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know when you go away on tour and stuff like that,
Which tour?
whatever tour, when you're like in battle and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
What
yeah.
sports do you play? Is there like, what do you do to keep yourself?
Probably not golf.
You've got to be.
Yeah, never know.
Golf is difficult.
Yeah.
Bit of darts.
Darts, yeah?
Darts is always good. 'Cause you-
Pool tables, anything
Nah, I didn't
inside,
have a
no?
pool table. We had as those sort of trips started to sort of come about.
Yeah.
You would the places got bigger, the infrastructure got bigger and better, and there was like a little five-a-side down where we used to stay in a place called Kandahar.
Wow.
So every now and again we'd do a bit of five-a-side. Used to do a lot of martial arts.
Yeah.
But we used to try and avoid it as well because you can't get injured.
I was going to say.
It's like being a
Yeah,
being a pro,
like being a pro, yeah.
sports person. If you get injured doing something else, then you're a bit of a
Imagine
and-
that. I can't go to the battlefield.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Any good at football?
nah.
Yeah, mate.
I love. Oh, is that mine?
Yeah.
How's that? Is that how far I went? Yeah. Yours scooted along the floor further than mine.
Yeah, there's a little low one. Luckily, Pete's done us a turn.
Right, let's get this dancing.
Come on, bro. Tell you what,
God, started.
Bloody hell.
get in. I ain't going to get much closer than that, I don't think.
Come on, boys.
Always get your divots.
Always get your divots.
Everywhere you go, always get your divots with you.
Everywhere you go, always replace your divots with you.
Right, come on. Same shot.
Oh, that's bang on it, isn't it?
Either side.
Just get one straight in the middle of that,
One in the middle of that and it's in.
Straight in the middle of that.
Pressure's on here, pressure's on.
No pressure. The ball's already on the green.
Shall I just
Nice steady swing,
Yeah, nice,
Foxy.
easy, steady swing.
Oh, no.
Not bad. Not bad, but
A little bit short, but we're good. We've got a
We'll have
birdie putt.
Yeah, that's it. We're good. We're looking all right.
Right, people. I listened to your reminders about marking my ball, and I do apologise about that. And you are very, very right to say it. We are learning this game, and we need to play it properly. So,
Talk about the oh, you're not using the alignment, are you?
no,
How'd you use that?
it's a good start, mate. Using a. Right, here we go.
The birdie putt.
It's a birdie putt, and Jace, I don't know if you've seen on this channel. If we get a birdie on this channel, it's the.
It's a birdie dance.
Okay, that's good. Hopefully I'll never get one.
Oh wow! That's awesome. Start it off.
All right, I've got to do it as well.
What a start! I love golf. Yes.
Right, we are 1 under through 1. Compliments of Pat.
Team Foxy.
Yeah.
1 under.
I'm going to go 8 iron, 160 yards.
Not sing our praises yet.
Let's go.
There's plenty of time to go.
Ooh,
Oh,
better.
I see it, and that is on the dance. That dancing.
Short, I think. Get up, get up.
Oh, just a bit short.
Front edge.
Right, come on, Foxy.
Come on, Foxy. That's the swing.
Head down. Oh, you
It's up.
gone a bit right.
It's a bit right, but it's up.
Yep, see it drop.
See it drop. Come on, bro. Get one on.
Oh,
That's long enough. Bang middle of the green.
oh,
Lovely shot again.
Seriously.
intimidating.
Ever since I got my handicap, I think I don't.
You're thinking more. Or you're thinking
Well, I'm
less.
not. I'm thinking less.
Yeah, thinking less probably.
Just going up and just hitting it. Again, down to you guys. Thank you. So, Foxy, we found out how you got into golf and why you got into golf, but how did your military career start? How did you get into the army and why?
Why? So if we're going to be pedantic, I'm going to tighten you up there. I'll join the Marines, not the
Marines.
Army.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I.
Can you
joined-
actually explain to me then? So,
Okay, go on.
the Marines, you know, the SAS, does that not all come under the army?
Right. So that I'll pick you up again.
Yeah, I like
So
I like
I'll
that.
join the Marines and then I'll join the SBS, the Special Boat Service,
Right.
and I'll explain to you what there is no real difference. But when I joined the Marines, which is the sort of like elite fighting unit within the Navy,
Right.
which annoys me a little bit because then people are like, oh, you're a sailor boy. And I'm like, oh, sort of. But so I joined the Marines at 16. The reason I joined the Marines was because I grew up in and around Luton.
Right.
Didn't do too well at school. I was probably destined to get into trouble. In fact, I was going to get into trouble. And then my old man, there was a little bit of influence from that side because he'd been in the Marines years before, long before I remember, but he obviously spun a few stories.
Yeah.
So that sort of like enticed me to go that way. So that's what I did. Joined up when I was 16, left home, got on the train down to King's Cross, then got on the train from Paddington to Exeter, Kidder,
Yeah.
and didn't know my arse from my elbow.
What was it like the first day? Was it proper
horrendous?
nerve-wracking? Yeah.
The first day, the first 15 weeks were horrendous. I genuinely
Think about leaving?
did not. I never thought about leaving. I had a picture of my old man in uniform.
Right,
Nice.
and it was
Spur
inspiration.
me on. I never thought about leaving, otherwise I would have left.
Yeah.
But I had no clue. No clue. I was fit enough as a young lad, and even then I was fit enough but not robust enough, because I was just like, this is horrendous. And then every night you're cleaning kit, washing kit, ironing kit, and I didn't ever do any of that. I had a mum.
Yeah.
And so I was just like,
Especially at 16.
yeah,
That's a young age, isn't it?
I mean, there was two of us, two in our troop of about 50, and everyone else was early 20s. So they'd like done a bit had a job, stuff like that. So it was a massive shock. Up until like I hardly got any sleep. First 2 weeks you go into this thing called induction. So it's a 2 weeks beginning where you learn everything about your kit. You get given like loads of kit. I didn't know what half of it was for, and you just sort of like muddle through that. But yeah, up until you'd get 2 hours sleep, wake up dazed, get changed, still adrift. That means late. Yeah, it was a complete culture shock. But I think what went in my favour was the age, because once you do pick it up, you then start breathing. I didn't care about people shouting at me. I've been shouted at my whole life, so it's right. Whereas everyone else had been in, they were the discipline didn't bother me. It was just the personal admin, proper.
The organisation and stuff, the kit and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it was all as well. You eat every single item of clothing when it's in your locker has to be folded A4 size.
Wow.
And there's a technique to it. If it's not done properly, they'll tear it apart.
Really?
Being on the other side of it now, do you find it easy shouting at people when you've been shouted at your whole life? Has it come natural, or is it not?
Not really. Because ultimately I spent 10 years in the Marines, which was awesome. But I wasn't a super military person. I didn't enjoy the.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being a soldier, rolling around in the dirt, and the skill and the field craft needed for that. But all the other stuff like polishing your boots and I hated it. And I wasn't that good at it either. I always looked a bag of when you got your uniform.
Did they not say, what's going on, Mr. Fox?
Well, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Mate, all the time. I was actually good at marching. I remember I was like, the one thing you don't want to be good at is marching, because it just means you're a bit of a and I was like, I can walk in step. This is all right.
Yeah.
And then obviously picked up from there, and it took me a while to find my love for being a soldier, but once I got it, it was awesome.
Love
and then that came on to the other bit.
Yeah, love that.
Love it. You again, bruv?
It is me.
Do you mean Foxy go for a fry up or a tea or something? You just crack on.
Go and learn marching.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. Might need to get a bit fitter.
God, this is.
No, marching you don't need to be.
No?
No. It's walking with grace.
I don't think that's going to come in as much, but it's a good weight. Good effort.
It's not a bad effort.
It's not bad, yeah. So that putt,
Yeah.
but not as far right.
I like it. I like it.
Oh.
I like it.
Keep going.
Oh, big un. That's a good putt, big un.
The problem with me is I don't know how much legs to give these things.
Come on, Jace.
It's inside of that leaf. I like that.
Go on.
Keep turning,
Go on.
keep turning,
Go on.
keep turning,
Go on.
keep turning. Oh!
Unlucky, pal.
That's a great effort.
That's a
That
great
all
effort.
comes down is bracketing. It's
Yeah.
something we learnt in the military.
Go on.
So you've stepped out a little bit too far, you've stepped it in, and I've stepped it in a little bit further. It's what you do with indirect fire. There we go.
Really?
Yeah. So
Shall I tap it in?
Tap
It's a little
Bracketing, yeah?
bracketing.
Nice. Come on. Still one under.
Bracketeering.
Bracketeering. Third hole, we are one under. Fantastic start by the boys. Here we go.
Ooh, stay there. It's going to be good. It's going to be all right.
Yeah,
Soft,
we're all right
soft
there, aren't
bounce? Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, no, it's not in the trees.
Come on.
Right, come on.
Oh,
Oh, that's
strike.
amazing.
Is it in Billy Bunks though?
It could be in between them.
It's outside of them. It's not
Just
in it.
outside on the right, yeah.
Here it is. This is his first
Right,
outing.
you got to, ever. I don't know how to use it.
Come on, Ange, go on.
So
Yeah.
put your club next to it.
Come on.
Put your club next to it. You want to be just, well, so I've been told. You want to be have a third over it. Yeah,
There.
that's fine. So third over it, 2/3 under it.
All right.
You want to be off your back, so slide back a little bit. That's it. Slightly wider stance. That's it.
Shall I just have a quick?
Have a quick practice.
There's. And what's the score like?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
How you been swinging your other?
See, I'm hitting early.
There you go. They've been fitted to you, haven't they, these clubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be all fine with lengths and that.
I've never been good with length.
Tell me about it.
All right, let's have a. Here we go. So I'm there.
Yeah, that's it. Slightly wider stance, inside the left heel. Yeah, that's it.
Yes!
Ooh, oh, it's just clipped the tree. What a shot though.
Well, that's all right. At least it went.
It was straight and it was off the tee. So we spoke about it earlier off camera. You moved from the Marines to the SAS or SBS?
SBS. So it's basically the Special Forces. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to explain to you what there isn't much difference. So what it is actually called is UKSF. What's going on here?
Someone's had a good time.
UKSF, which is United Kingdom Special Forces.
Right.
You've got the and that basically is a command element that encompasses a few different units. So you've got the SAS, the SBS, SRR, which is a Special Reconnaissance Regiment, so they do all this sort of like watching and there's a few others. There's a signals part to it. There's a Special Forces support group, which is like a lower level that helps support the Special Forces units, like the tier 1 level units, which is the SAS and the SBS. Now, you do the same selection course, you're all together, and then at the end of the course, when you finish 9 months later, you just go to your chosen unit, which is either SAS or SBS.
Right.
One's in Hereford, the SAS, and one's in Poole. Now, what happened was back in the Second World War, when these units were formed underneath these rogues like David Sterling and what have you, they were one and the same thing. So you had like all the guys that chose to call themselves the SAS, operating in North Africa, doing bits and pieces against the Jerrys. Then what happened was they'd go across to Greece, Turkey, all that sort of area around the sort of, you know, all those islands and do stuff there, but they'd call themselves the SBS because they're like operating maritime.
Right.
Second World War finished, they got disbanded, then they officially got reinstated because people saw that way of warfare worked. And so the army took on the SAS and the Marines took on the SBS.
Yeah.
So they were very separate for a long period of time, created a lot of animosity. And then in the late 90s, the British were like, well, this is no good, let's bring them back together under one umbrella. So they're one and the same thing. So ultimately the name's a legacy thing.
Right.
You're not solely dedicated to the sea, and the SAS don't always come from the air. It's just a name thing that's come on all these years, and you work really closely together. There is still a little bit of rivalry because there's two separate names with two separate geographically positioned units.
Yeah.
But they're one and the same thing.
Right.
They do this. There's four. They call them Sabre squadrons. So they're like the pointy end.
Right.
4 Sabre squadrons at Poole, 4 Sabre squadrons at Hereford, and you all work together.
Was the switch hard between one to the other? Like, obviously we know how hard, we've heard about how hard it is, but was there any different drills you do? Was it much more, or was it all much of a muchness?
The selection process is like 9 months. Like fundamentally, it's 9 months, and it's broken into phases. The first phase, the thing with selection is no one shouts. It's not like the TV show. In fact, no one shouts at you in the Special Forces anyway. Everyone's just do your stuff.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
You go on selection, and you come from the military where some people need to be shouted at. They are that sort of person. Whereas on selection, if you don't want to be there, you don't have to be there. And like the amount of time you sort of like live in a really little camp in Wales, and your first phase is 4 weeks up on the hills, running over the mountains on your own. Basically, you get given a route and you've got to do it at a certain time. You don't know what the time is. You're doing like anything from 20 to 30k a day. Wow. You know, kilometres with packs on. And each morning, so I did a winter course. Each morning you'd get up at like 4:05 in the morning. Big dormitory of about 80 blokes. It's stinking kit everywhere. It's dark outside, it's raining, and you're like, and you just see lads, they're just like, nah, it, I ain't doing it, and you just stay there. Really? And then they just pack their bags and go. Gone. And then at the end of that phase, you've got the test week, and you don't know what the times are, but you have to pass every single test, which is test, yomp, march, whatever you want to call it. And again, but what happens is at the end of each day, you come back in, quick shower, go and have your afternoon tea, dinner, in the canteen. As you walk into the canteen hall, there's a board with all the names on. If you've got a red tick next to your name, go back, pack your kit, off. No one
really?
talks to you. Yeah, it's brutal.
Proper cutthroat, like.
Yeah, brutal.
Wow.
Have you seen people proper crumble? Just go like, I can't do this.
I've seen blokes. So you'll have blokes that are lying in their bed in the morning, and you're like, fucking get your kit, quickly weighing it because it's got to be the right weight and all that. Otherwise, you get. And as in, like, if you turn up with the wrong weight, they'll just be like, see that rock, put that in there, and you're probably like 15 kilograms over the weight, and they'll be like, I'll make sure you're carrying that next time, because that's like the punishment for not being on the money. You'll see blokes just lay there, and you're like, now Smudge, come on, let's go, we're gonna be late. He's like, nah, mate, I ain't going out. He's down it. And these are like blokes that have been in the military for years.
What, just like big, like
lumps? You'll see like proper units of geezers just being like, nah, it's not for me. Like good soldiers as well, people that are good at soldiering, they're just like, I don't want it that much, don't need it. But we got a brief at the beginning of our course, and I say it to a lot of people nowadays, and one of the DS stands up, they're like legends, because obviously, and they're like, lads, if you don't want to be here, don't waste our time, off, because there's easier ways of impressing your missus. I know you are. Yeah, good point, that's a good point.
What's that done then,
Buy some flowers.
Down a pint in a second.
Right, we're going to go my ball.
112 yards.
112 yards.
So I think that's a gap wedge for you, isn't it?
Yeah, gone gappy.
Cool.
No.
Oh, he's absolutely Damien Duffed it.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Come on, Biggin.
Oh, it's left.
No, he's gone left.
It's left. Hit the mound. Hit the mound, come in.
Oh, that's well
long.
left.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Let's work out which one of them three we're going to take. Right, legends. We've chosen my ball. Best out of a bad bunch, really.
Yeah, it weren't the best.
But we'll see how we get on.
Come on.
Little bump and runner, a wedge.
Oh, that could have redeemed everything, couldn't it?
Lips out.
More on the front foot, someone said on
That's
the
it,
comments.
Oh.
Go on.
That's a good effort.
Oh.
Come on, Foxy.
More. Foxy, what you got?
I've got this thing.
He's got the jaws.
Going for the jaws.
Yeah, I
There you go. And just talk. So this one, you've got to get under the, is that right, Ange, under the ball?
Yeah, I think probably the safe bet is to, just sort of play it off the front foot.
So there.
A bit more, yeah.
Oh, he's spooned that.
Not bad, mate.
That's not bad effort.
That's not bad.
Not a bad effort. Ange's ball. Right, Mr. Fox to keep us one under. Yay! Come on!
Get in.
Yay!
Team
Still one
effort, team
under.
effort,
Come
team
on!
effort.
Shot, mate.
Woo!
Unlikely par, but we're on it. Foxy, the jacket is coming off.
Jacket's coming off.
It means business.
Look at the guns. Which way's the beach?
The problem is I'll probably find myself in the beach in a minute.
There's quite a few beaches up there. Right, here we go. Concentrate. Line the ball up. One under.
Keep your feet moving.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time down the Bette Midler. Oh,
no.
He's done on me.
No.
Come out, kick out,
in.
kick out,
Good
kick out,
aim.
kick out, kick
Kick
out.
out.
Where is it? Where is it? Come
Yes!
here. Come out.
Yes.
Just right at the bunker.
Right, go on, big un.
Right, you're out and safe. Perfect position actually over there.
Got away with
That's
that
always what I
massively.
try and do, but go in the woods or the bunker. So I'm just going to go out left.
Oh,
Absolute
There's something about this hole.
sake.
absolute dufferoo. Come on, Jace. Oh, it's a lovely connection.
Oh, and it's clipped the
Clipped
tree,
the
it's
tree.
back in.
Where did it go?
I think it's just
Mate, it stayed up
I saw
there.
it land in the
Is it in the aftermath?
orange stuff on the floor.
It's a nice strike, mate.
So we got 157.
157.
And you're all going 7, yeah?
7 iron, yeah.
Cool. It's a low laser, isn't it? It's not going to stop.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh. Started so well.
I think I'm going to go 9.
9.
Yeah, only because I'm not committing to shots, and I
Yeah.
know if I hit a 9, I need
Yeah.
to get everything out of it. So
Okay.
I feel like I'm in my head. It feels right. No.
Dear. Oh dear. Oh no. It's coming. It's coming. Oh. We've got. Yeah. That's not.
It's a bad day at the office. This stream team.
Come on. Believe.
Absolutely useless.
Believe.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Hey!
He's up there.
Trick shot.
He's up there.
Oh, John Virgo. Jace, what was the first time you went into full-blown battle? Where were you and how were you feeling?
So, my first 10 years in the Marines, I didn't actually see any sort of like proper spicy stuff. So I basically spent 10 years training to be a soldier. And then it was when I, basically, when I put in to go on selection, that was just as 9/11 happened.
Right.
So it all went mental. And so like literally a year or two later, I'm flying out to Afghan and whatnot. And you're sort of getting amongst it straight away. But I think the first time was weirdly, it was like a long, we started clearing through a town. Basically trying to it was all a bit sort of counter-insurgency, which is baddies,
Yeah.
and counter-narcotics, because the two things are intertwined, like heroin trade and all that.
Yeah.
And I remember it was boiling, it was like 50-degree heat, so the sun had come up, we'd been clearing through the village, from first light, so when it was still quite dark. I remember turning around to one of the lads and I was like, me, this is boring as and then literally, I don't know, a couple of minutes later, and then it just went off, and we were in a scrap for about 4 or 5 hours trying to get out of this.
5 hours?
Yeah. Oh, it goes on. It's like there's lulls, and so it'll be like, brah, brah, it goes mad. I remember one time there was a pickup truck full of baddies come driving around the corner, so we're engaged in a massive gunfight with them. They're shooting at me. One of the Indige lads, one of the Afghans that we had with us, he got shot next to me and returning fire. But because it was my first time, I was still quite young. I was like, it's awesome.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? It's bonkers, but yeah, it's sort of, that was the first time. You come back off it like mega buzzed up. You're like,
Yeah.
ooh. But I don't know, it's a weird sensation because it's what you want to do, have an effect on whatever it is that you're doing, and
Yeah.
you sort of get amongst it. Sometimes I don't ever remember feeling scared, angry, upset. I think there's times when you're like, hell, this is a little bit hairy,
Yeah.
but I don't ever remember but then that comes later on as you do it. I think as you do it more and more and you get older and older,
Yeah.
you start to feel a bit windy about certain things. Or I definitely did towards the end. I was like, now, how long am I going to keep this up?
The guys that like you see who do it, honestly, it's just.
It was just
you
normal.
could die anytime. You could die anytime.
Yeah, but we chose to do it, didn't we?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Very true. Right, Andy, Jason, I'm going 7 iron. I'm just going to try and on the front foot, listening to the Golf Life Massive. 7-iron, little punch.
Stop.
Oh,
Good
do you
shot.
know what?
Great shot.
Come on!
I mean,
Yes. What?
We're fisting.
Oh, fisting.
Yeah.
We're fisting. We are getting away with this
I
so
reckon
far.
I reckon we're into double figures the amount of times I've gone for a fist
Yeah.
with you and you've aired me. Follow that. Come on.
Oh, that is delightful. That is delightful. Come on, Jace. Whoa!
Hello.
What I like the technique.
did what I wanted to do.
I like the technique.
Play through that.
Come on.
That's it. Get up.
Oh, he's a bit short
Have the legs.
Tea time.
to stay 1 under.
Oh,
No. Oh no.
No. Pressure's on, just in front of that little bit of mud.
Yeah. There.
Yeah.
We should start marking it. Like that's what
No,
everyone,
it's
that's
where
what
it
everyone's
was.
saying. Yeah.
It's actually a little bit further forward. There.
Right.
Right edge. Give it enough. Yep.
Yes! Come on!
You're absolutely keeping us afloat here.
Still 1 under.
Keeping us afloat.
Come on!
Well done, bro.
We are 1 under. We got away with it last hole, didn't we? It wasn't pretty, but it's all about going in the hole. I've got the big dog out. Long par 5. Oh, yeah,
that's amazing.
baby!
What a hit.
Woo!
Perfect. Great shot. The big stick. Scares me.
It all scares me.
Oh, look at the little laser beam.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a long one, isn't it?
laser beam.
That's great.
It's all right. It's straight.
It's straight.
Straight.
Right, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it. Yeah, I'll lay up.
I'm gonna go for it. 3 wood. Let's just see how much I top this.
That's good.
Oh,
Stay.
Come on.
That's
Oh,
all
it's hit
right.
the tree and come
Hit the
back.
tree and come back.
That's
it's all
all
right.
right, that's
It's
good.
all right. It's over the ditch.
I think we're good with Andy.
Yeah, I'm over, and I
think-
think we've got a line in.
So I think we're good with Andy. So I'm just going to
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yes, nice. Shot.
Nice swipe.
Lovely shot.
That's all I'm here for.
That's
just
a
to-
lovely shot.
Yeah.
Lovely shot. Foxy, we talked about your first war battle,
Yeah.
but what's been the worst one? What's been the one when you've gone, oh my
That's like
God,
a-
this is...
They're all hairy, obviously, but I think the one for me that I'll always go back to as being one that I had a moment in was on the last tour where we were. Obviously, can't say too much about it, but
No.
we were going in to do a hostage rescue in a badass part of the country. So some geezer got himself into a bit of bother. We spun up a few options to try and help him, as in go and rescue him. And obviously, all you do, you like look at what intelligence you've got coming in to try and facilitate your planning. You plan as best you can, but ultimately you've got to go as soon as you can, because ultimately he's going to get his head chopped off probably. Anyway, we went in at night. It was like from where we mounted from means where we sort of like went from, projected onto target.
Yeah.
It was a half-hour flight time, and we're in the back of Chinook helicopters and sort of flying in and minding your own business, just sort of like in your own world, and then got the old 6 minutes call. So by this stage, we're the helicopters, there's 3 Chinooks, boom, like thundering in, like boom, 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 boom. Everything's in night vision, so it's all that green haze. And we were like 6 minutes out, we were like 100 foot above the deck. pilots are throwing it about, and then the sky just erupted into like world's worst fireworks display. As in, like, they had like what we call dickers, but enemy spotters out, and they had like heavy machine guns, rocket propelled grenades, trying to ping us out the sky. So you could see this, you could feel the helicopter getting hit, rattled by small arms fire. God. That went on for 6 minutes, and then we landed in the sort of like on the button, sort of like pretty much on the buildings we thought he was being held in, and it was straight out into a massive gunfight. Geezer got killed straight away, one of our lot shot in the head, running off the back of the helicopter. Not my one, that was on another heli, and just got into a little. I remember being in a ditch at one point, having like been in a gunfight for about 20 seconds, thinking, what the f*** have we done here? But we got out there obviously, and we rescued the geezer. So.
See, you mentioned that, like you just said, like, oh yeah, someone got shot in the head. Like, seeing that, can you prepare for seeing someone getting shot, or?
I think, do you know what? So when it comes to it, and it's like any job in the world, a lot of the jobs nowadays, careers you train for over and over again. Like, remember I said I did 10 years in the Marines, so that all that, even though I wasn't in combat those 10 years. The whole time I'm thinking, you're in like pretend gun battles and that, and you're like, well, I'm probably going to have to get used to seeing some stuff or being a part of it.
Yeah.
And so when it happens, you're very like matter of fact. It's like, oh, I mean, that's horrible. It probably, depending on the person you are, it might haunt you a little bit later on. It might haunt you a lot.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I went through a phase of things like that not haunting me. It was other stuff but in the end, it's like, you ain't changing it.
No.
You've got to get on, haven't you?
I suppose when you train to kill and you see people be killed, it just becomes the norm, I suppose.
I think it does. Like, you're in it all the time. You like
professionalism sort of overlay the emotion, because you're obviously there to do a job. So that's
you're like, well, the other thing is you're like, I don't want to be next.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like, so you people get injured, people get killed, and you sort of have to deal with it, and you compartmentalise it as you go through. But it's bonkers. But I mean, we were there to do a job. That was our job. We signed up to do it. You know, people say to me, "Oh, you off about with a bloke that got himself into bother. He was a journalist," and I'm like, "Oh no, you know, that was part of our remit, is to conduct hostage rescue." And actually, weirdly, everyone wants to be a part of one, because there's a lot of kudos that goes behind it.
Really,
and I think the main thing about it is when you're in the military, you're always doing stuff, and you sort of get told by the top brass that you're doing well. You can't quantify how well you're doing, really.
Yeah.
Because it's a very negative job. You're going out to dominate the enemy by killing them, or at least denying them the freedom of movement. And you think, okay, whereas with a hostage rescue, you're there to save someone's life, and if you do it, you're like, oh, wow, that was, you know, I can quantifiably say we did a good job, regardless of what, you know,
what happened around it.
Happened around it. We did do what we were supposed to do.
Wow.
So I think
amazing.
That's maybe it.
Oh.
So we got my ball. I've got a bit away with it. I've hit that tree and pinged back out again. But can I make the most of my fortune?
Great little quote.
Oh,
Go.
Oh, it's nice.
A bit short. Right, I need a bit more oomph on this.
Bit more jazz, yeah. That's better.
That's the jazzy fizzle.
That's
the jazzy fizzle.
Come on, mate.
Come on. Oh, that's a lovely chip.
Nice connection. Just a bit left.
Unlucky, mate.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
Not bad.
We're just letting some happy campers go through.
Check the same lot from the
maybe the same lot.
video.
Maybe the happy campers.
Was there a bit
mood?
Yeah, they're not the happiest. But what is it like with the boys? With the is it right to say the squadron before you go out on attack? Are you sort of having a laugh? Is it like a football changing room, or are you sort of winding each other
it's
up?
like the banter's on another level. It's brutal.
Really?
It is brutal. There's all sorts of stuff going on. You've got like, we had stuff. So when we get in the last few tours, the infrastructure out in those parts of the world was in place, and we had like a base that we lived on. We had like an accommodation block. It was all prefab, but the long building with a corridor running through the middle, and your rooms come off of it. There's a TV room, kitchen, communal bit. And we had things like door wars, where basically if people could get pictures that were derogatory of your personality on the door and they lasted, then or you didn't get seen putting them on the door, then they had to stay up for the 6-month tour, and some of it was horrendous, mate. Like all sort of like put downs of what stuff you've been through. There was, blokes that had got no hair would get absolutely rinsed. There was 2 blokes that shared a room that had no hair, so they had right said Fred and all sorts of weird stuff on it. It's all fun stuff.
About the window.
But then there was other things, behavioural things. If you sort of like left your teacups out and stuff like that, not washed up, you'd get malleted for stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, with
So even the banter's quite like military-esque, of like cleaning things up and
there was,
making.
if you'd say certain things to the lads and it was that say a statement was called into question, you'd be like, put your eyebrows on it. You'd be like, I'll put my eyebrows on the fact that did happen. That means if you get found out that you're lying, your eyebrows come off. You got to shave them off.
Wow.
But then there was eyebrows, and then there was RoboCop, which is basically you just shave the front part of your head. So that's if you get, RoboCop it, which is like one up. It's like, well, it must be true because he's just RoboCopped it. And then someone later down the line's like, it's a lie. Your hat's coming off, mate. You got to take it off. It's like there was one where a geezer eyebrowsed it. Turned out to be a lie, the statement that he said, and we were like, well, you got mate, your eyebrows are coming off. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. He goes, we're part of a SF squadron, we've got a reputation. I said, well, we're like, you can give a coming off, mate. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. So everyone was like, that's out of order, his integrity's called into question. He's not, right, that's it. So then one of the lads got a shoebox, taped it up, put a little cut out box in it, and it was called like the box of doom. And blokes over the course of a week could write in certain like forfeits that he'd have to do, post them in there. And then we had this big unveiling ceremony. We had to come in, he was sat in the TV room, and we were all sat in there like, ooh, he's walked in like, ooh. And then it's a big, an official opening of the box of doom, opened it up, and then we officially read them all out. All these different punishments, and it ranged from anything from like actually just shave all his head to getting his tattooed and all sorts, and we basically had to vote on the 6 best ones, numbered them 1 to 6, and then we rolled the mice. We're not allowed to call, we're not allowed. You call it the dice in the military, and you get, or where we come from, you get, then you get forfeited for that. So it's like you had to roll the mice. We had this big wooden mice, and like everyone went around the room, and it was like, ooh, number 1's like, and it was like this race to see what he had to.
What did he get?
It wasn't that, well, it was. He had to do a week at lunchtime, so between the hours of 12 and 1, he had to get locked in the Afghans' Portaloo in the middle of the day, 50-degree heat, and contemplate the fact that he had... but he was in there, locked in there, and there's like people, like all these locals trying to get in there, like because they need to go to the toilet, and he's like, and then he'd come out and after like sweating his pants off, and they're all like hurling abuse at him. You'd
rather just take the eyebrows, wouldn't you?
I know, which he did. It's not that bad either.
Which he did.
They go back.
This is for a birdie, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's for a birdie, par 5.
Yeah, my second shot, and your third,
We're proper sharing it. We're doing proper shots. I've got your ball. We're all just proper sharing. It's lovely. It's lovely.
It's a friendly game of golf,
isn't it? Go on.
Get up.
Go on. Oh,
we're definitely swinging with these balls, isn't we?
Good effort.
Short.
It's a little bit of a...
Right.
Shorty swing my way.
Shall I just put it in for a par? So we've got it.
Yeah, we've got the par.
Yes, 1 under. We are definitely 1 under, which is better than Aaron Ramsdale at this point.
Can we make it 2 under?
Come on. Come on, Ange. Yeah, go on. Oh.
I gave it a go.
Come on, Foxy. Sink a birdie.
Well, I'm going to try and use this. What way am I aiming on this?
Sink a birdie, come on.
Straight, mate. Just give it enough because we're already in for the par. Never up, never in, as they say.
There's no pressure.
Straight at the flag.
Just hit it.
Go.
Oh,
Not bad, but we're still 1 under.
1 under, and what a part 1 that was. Please like and subscribe if you do like what you're seeing. Don't like if you don't like, but thanks for part 1. Part
dislike.
2 coming soon. Yeah, don't dislike.